Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field comes Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay offense. And for Winston this season, the touchdowns and interceptions right about even. The question, will he be wearing a Buccaneer uniform, Charles, once training camp 2019 hits?
I do believe that he will, because when you look at quarterbacking around the league, when you look at the draft coming up in 2019, he provides a much better alternative in that case than most people would. So I think that they're going to continue to work with him, give him one more opportunity in 2019. And I thought down the stretch in 2018, he did make improvements in his game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. First and 10 out near midfield. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 51 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here we go. 180.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Here we go. 180.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Run, run, run.
Holding, offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A second down throw for Prescott. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
180. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Get out.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Mike, 53. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Anything moves, we hit it. 26.
Prescott yet again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
26.
Smith trying to run for it. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1.
Strong right. Hey, here we go. Wide 80. 26. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Crash.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Prescott to throw it, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Hey, here we go.
Running with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As Tampa Bay works their way back out here on offense, you think about this year in total, Charles. Last year, 5-11. This year, they're going to be under 500 again. As 2018 wraps up, what do you think the offseason brings in Tampa?
I think it brings a lot of question marks and a lot of conversations for the ownership of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because if you look at what they're doing right now offensively, a few tweaks, and they're one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Their numbers suggest that even now when they turn the ball over too much. Can they bring in someone who can fix the defense? If so, they believe they've got an immediate contender in the NFC South. So they've got to decide, do they have the right people in place in order to make that happen in 2019?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Eyes up. One set. Ready. Black 22. Block 84.
From the gun, Winston. Complete. He finds Braid. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
There we go.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough. For a 1st down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Black 22.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He hits Rodgers in the flat, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, partner, as the Cowboys come back out here, I want to ask you to assess the season. The first couple months of the year for Dallas starting to look like they'd be sitting at home in January. Then the Amari Cooper trade comes. They breeze through November unbeaten, part of a 5-game winning streak. But then, a real head-scratcher, Week 15, they get shut out in Indianapolis.
You just wonder if all the wins that got them there, those 5, which were all tough, physical, hard-hitting battles, if it took a little bit out of them before they went on the road and lost Indianapolis in Week 15. But if they get to the playoffs, which it looks like they're going to, are they a threat to New Orleans? Are they a threat to Los Angeles? Are they a threat to Chicago? To me, they are only if it's a low-scoring, physical affair. That's when Dallas plays at its best, and that's what they'll have to do to reduce some of those high-flying teams like New Orleans and Los Angeles.
Check 99. Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. Get out. Get out. 53.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Pro Bowler, Brent Grimes, brings him down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Prescott now on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
Here we go, 46. Check, 53, Mike. Here we go, 46, 46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swaim from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Point after here coming up. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go, 47.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Let's go. Let's run.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Single.
Check 4. Check 4. Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
26.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. What do you think? What do you think?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Hey, switch. Here we go. Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And yet again. And now running right through it. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 44 yards.
Mike, 53. There we go. Going to 53.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Under.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Switch. Switch. And 8.
Second down, Prescott. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Prescott. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Winston. And Brate has it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 1-8.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go. 1-8.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Back now in Tampa. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Blue ready.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now in the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready. Black. 22 hot.
Even. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups, but here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Here we go. Wide 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
Now Dak on the option left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Cowboys going for 2. Now, last season, they were 0 for 3 on 2-point tries. Didn't convert a single one. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Winston now to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd down, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Ready. Blue ready.
To the air again with Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll throw again. Winston. He hits Rodgers in the flat. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Tight end, tight right, tight right. Hey.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Get him, boy.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Tight on the right, tight on the right.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Right there, 54, right there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 3rd down, Elliott. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
There we go. Wide in. Gun.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Michael Gallup with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Touchdown,
Well, I've
baby.
got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
The
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
it. In that case, run it up.
The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Pick me up. Here we go. Ready. White 25. Ready to go.
Jameis now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. One last shot now for Winston. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.